So it's time for our resident check-in with, in my opinion, the best Demeter player there is. Even though I haven't seen too much of it, I think Pegasus is always going to be the guy. And it's been a few more days since we've seen... I think it's probably been about a week since we watched Pegasus last. So let's check in with him, see how he's doing. We watched him as he is the best Zeus, in my opinion. So we'll see what he can do here against Isomato, who Isomato played very well in the tournament. As of late, he got very, very far. And Pegasus, I believe he had something where he couldn't play. I think he did sign up, but he couldn't play for whatever reason, which is unfortunate for him, because I think he definitely would have had a good chance to get through. And we'll see what he can make of this one. Is this Megalopolis? Yeah, so this is the map with the extra town center on. And because of that, the map is absolutely huge. So we'll see what Pegasus decides to do. Often second tier season on this map are picked up, because you can see here the giraffe spawn kind of close. There is a gold mine kind of close. And I should have mentioned we're doing a bit of a point of view here, so we won't be watching for what Isomato can see. We're just seeing it as Pegasus saw it during the game. And seeing what he's scouting. So he pulled in the rhinos kind of close. There's a slight bit of walking time, but I don't think this inefficiency is going to change his build at all. It just might mean he'll get like, I don't know, 5 less food overall, where the rhinos slightly rots out, maybe 10. It's really not a big deal. But the build orders aren't that tight. If you've got a super tight build order where you need the granary really close, then maybe it'll make a difference. You know, if you're going for some kind of 13 population advanced time or something like that. But this isn't going to be the case. It's also collecting his goats, which you definitely need to do as Demeter. He's got 8 so far. And he'll be getting more as he goes to the next stage. And 10 is the magic number for his temple. And we'll see if Pegasus has watched the Moose short. Yes, I remember to make the short. This is where your button is if you want to play Demeter and you want that extra kind of glow for all of these guys. There's a choice. You can put your temple kind of here or somewhat close, or you can press this button and you bring all of your goats over. And then when they glow, it means that you're gaining more favor from your one villager. He doesn't have one villager praying at the moment, but that is what it is. And in comes the rhino. Destroys that one. He's also up against Isis. And Isis, in general, can be a bit of a struggle for the Greeks. And that kind of is down to the chariot archer. And I believe a really good option to go is Hermes normally. If you're playing Zeus, if you're playing Poseidon, then Hermes with a couple of centaurs, get some Hippias in, can be a really nice answer, because it means that they can't go into chariot archers for free because you have something that can run them down. If you go the Athena route, this isn't with Demeter, she doesn't have access to either of these gods, but if you go the hoplite angle, then your chariots from the other side can just kite for days, and it's very, very difficult to actually get some damage done. And it's going to be quite a late advance time. It's 600 food, so he is on purpose waiting for this super late uptime, going for a 440. Basically seeing, maybe because he saw the prosperity, he went, well, this prosperity means that the Isis is going for a town center plus loads of priests, so what can he really do to me? And he's going to go for a later advance time, get the early kind of gather rate instead, because you get to gather 60 seconds earlier rather than waiting to go up to the next stage. And he is going Pan. So Pan, excuse me, Pan does mean second town center more often than not, but he has 10 on the food, and that does not mean second town center. So we'll see what he decides to go for. Is it like a fast heroic or something? It looks like that is the case. Quite often, if players go for a super fast heroic, which is going as fast as possible, then you leave a lot of villagers on food, and you do have 5 on gold. So this is what it looks like. It's going to be fast heroic. Which one do you go? I mean, if you're going fast heroic, I would say Aphrodite is normally a pretty good option, because she has the curse, and that can deal with any early game pressure. But maybe you're expecting Isomato here to go for a second town center, as we said, because of that prosperity. So maybe you don't do that. Let's have a look. Did they fix the golden apples bug? Yes. So this is the patch where everything with, or not everything, but the majority of things with Demeter are fixed. So Zeus gets his proper favor in as the Anubite does jump in, but Orpheus already here will be able to jump in with this guy. Luckily, this Lycon did not get found, but everything is fixed. So the Persephone tech is also fixed, which is the extra attack speed when you lose your hoplites. The Golden Apples is fixed and Zeus is fixed. And yes, looks like Armory is going down. I think he just got a little bit sidetracked because the Anubite came in. But that is going to go down. There is no way to heal this boy unless you want to do this. And it is going to be Hestia. Hestia is she is the late game powerhouse, but she doesn't really give you that big power spike that Aphrodite gives you with the curse. We said with a decent myth unit like the Nemean Lion, your power spike comes later on in the game when you can use the kind of archer techs and get your extra population online, or even go for those trees if you want to go for something. Just don't try to use ninja abilities with the shift Q. I did see that. Yeah. One thing gets fixed and another thing gets broken. It's just another day in the life of an Age of Mythology player, unfortunately. Or an Age of player. It's not even Age of Mythology, it's all the games. Blizzard would never. Anyway. I digress. Hestia is on the way. We've got 75 seconds left of that bad boy. Maybe it's just a modern game problem. I don't know. Eyeless out. He's going to be slapping down these obelisks. There's also, he's spotted that there's no second town center here, so you would assume it's here. I mean, you would assume that Isomato has a second town center. He's seen nothing, so there's been no spearman raids, there's been nothing like that, so you would expect this town center has been grabbed. Pegasus going to look for it, just to double check, and it absolutely is. But if I know it, then these top players probably know it also, and it is an under 7-minute heroic age. Now, what does this mean? What does that give you? It does give you this bad lad, Icarus, probably the best hero in the entire game, so we'll see what he can do. Increases wall hit points is a random relic. Were there any other relics? I don't think we've spotted any, which is wild. Maybe Isomato slurped them all up, which was a nice play from him. Oh, looks like Orpheus is playing some music. When he stands still, he does play the AOM tune, and a random villager getting picked off. Okay. Eyeless will take that one. Looks like Isomato pulled all the villagers off except the low HP one. That's got to feel bad. I'm sure he didn't mean to do that. Poor guy. And Pegasus also has a Pegasus looking over here, and the wooden wall is going to be going up, so protecting this gold mine down the bottom side. And what else is this fast heroic going to do? It is going to bringing over the Hammer Dryad. Does the Hammer Dryad have crush damage? Yes, she does, but she doesn't need it because she can just walk around the corner. And although she's not the best, she should be able to get a wither on the berry bush. Brutal. It takes down all the berries, but yeah, she should be able to take out a villager for free. So a couple of quick villager snipes here. Nice to see. Definitely what you want. And also Icarus coming in, pushing Isomato off of this food situation as he is going for a fast heroic off of 2 town centers, which is obviously not as fast as a fast heroic off of 1 town center. And there's one villager left again, which Icarus is just going to absolutely annihilate, you would assume. Look at him. Gets out of there, and that is going to be another villager going down. I don't know where those priests were. I assume that's where the priests were meant to be to heal this bad boy up. But doesn't manage to get the value out of those extra villagers from the town center. And there is a heroic age in. What is Pegasus going for? He's coming here, he's dropping a fortress. I don't think he's built much at all. Does have 2 stables out, and that is it. So 2 stables, just been built to build some Hippias. Isomato already on it, building the Spearman. Normally something that you don't mind building as an Isis player that goes Anubis. You do not mind that at all. But he has seen that there's potential that something is being grabbed this side. He's sniffing it out, but I don't think this is actually the case. We'll just be able to take out that obelisk. Nice bit of micro here, pulls back the low HP Hippias, and we'll be able to snipe a Spearman for free, which we do like. Fortress going up, and gold mine, a very forward gold mine secured. So somewhere to siege down this position, and also grab your own gold mine. Also, a cheeky 21 gold wall is also a good option. Something like this. Boom. And you can grab a gate through it. Happy days. Houses going up in a bit of a defensive position as well. Also has access to his god powers that he can drop down. Communal Hearth has had a bit of a buff where it's a lot harder to take out. There is going to be Communal Hearth used on the minions. Is that a thing? It is a thing. Pegasus See, this is what I mean when I say this guy figures out the gods the quickest. Hopefully he doesn't have the Lycon getting hit, because that will feel bad. These villagers are going to get caught out. There is a 0.5 multiplier on the villagers, so not many should go down, but there is going to be 2. Ancestors still pretty good, but the communal hearth does transform an ancestor. Who knew? I think it's been a bit greedy with some of these villagers. This is a top player trait where they try and get maximum efficiency out of all their villagers and then try and pull them back, and they do end up losing them. I think sometimes it's just better to just hide them in the tower, take the idle time, and not lose those guys, but easier said than done. Sometimes you want to be min-maxing. Look at this guy, though. Look at this guy. If anyone says that this god is bad, just remind them that Icarus exists. I don't know. On the other hand, though, there is a Hammer Dryad. She sucks. Oh, well. War Elephant for Isamato as a defensive option. Probably trying to take out that Troublous. Could be a priest over here to heal this guy up. Does definitely need to bring those guys in. That's an expensive unit that Pegasus trying to snipe. There's also going to be a Plague of Serpents on the backside. Hoping that the Plague of Serpents go after the siege weapon, but not the case. And should be able to get this town center down. Isamato has got the value out of this one, though. I think Pegasus equaled up in villagers earlier, just from a few snipes, but he is 10 vills ahead, so he's got a few. Not ideal for second town center, but it isn't like it's worth nothing. You can see the score limit is very, very close. More Hippias coming through for the raids, and this is where Isamato is getting gold. Makes sense, this is where his second town center was. This one over here is kind of out of the way. I mean, Pegasus did go through. Unfortunately, he's grabbing wood here. I'm sure he doesn't want to. Sometimes you villagers just like to do that. And is there anything for Isamato to stop this Migdal stronghold? That is the question. He does have some elephants this side. This Migdal is happening. But I don't think there's anything really here. The villagers can come and repair it, which is what our ISIS player is about to do. I'm not sure if Pegasus is kind of overstepping. Maybe the Spearman needs to go after the Petrobolus rather than getting free damage against this Migdal. But it is still 1,000 HP. As soon as the elephant gets onto it, doesn't manage to get onto it. A nice snipe of that unit. It's always worth killing the siege weapon. Look how expensive this guy is. 125, 150, and he just deals damage for days. You just need to sack this, even sack some units to get rid of this thing, because then your Migdal stronghold survives for a little bit longer. But Icarus also does mad damage to buildings. Even though he might die to the building also, that's not a guy you want to lose. And the Petrobolus does his job. Now, what is Pegasus going to be up to now? He has stopped this gold. He wants to potentially get a gold starve off here. Would be a decent option. Run those Hippias. We did say it's a pretty big map, though. It takes a while for our Hippias to run over to the other side of the map, but it's definitely what he wants to go for. Picking up this gold mine is a great shout. There aren't any camels out that I've seen yet. He's going for kind of elephants and spearmen. The spearmen can come and raid this, but normally getting your fast units like the camels would be a better option, whereas the spearmen can just get tracked down by more Hippias, and you don't want to be losing those. And this is the villager advantage right here, sitting on these giraffes, sitting on this zebra, and Pegasus has found it. Oof. No equipment of the survival. There are a few spearmen here, though, but Pegasus should be able to get away with a couple more kills before running. Does get 1, 2. There is actually one camel, but 2 more before he goes, and equal in the villagers again. And a Migdal stronghold going down. But I believe our Demeter player is going up to the Mythic Age. The food is there, and the gold, he's got 17 on it, so something tells me... Oh, he is trying to get... Actually, he's trying to get more upgrades now. Maybe he's just thought against it. I thought this was a Pegasus. It is Icarus. This unit is so disgusting. What the hell? I mean, you can counter it by just having a Migdal stronghold up. Or even just a tower. I assume a tower beats him. But anyways, because he's lost so much down here, doesn't want to be spending extra, or can't afford to spend extra. Isn't ideal, but no. Thinks against the Mythic Age. I thought maybe there'd be some kind of Hephaestus angle there. Get up to the next stage. Get all your armory upgrades in. Could be nice, but deciding against it, going for his fated arrows, which is the ricochet arrows from Hestia. And just getting copper armor, copper weapons, copper shields already in to deal with running underneath Migdal fire constantly. And any chariot archers that want to come through. Unfortunately, we can't see how many units this unit himself has killed in every life. It's just this version. But this one's already killed 4. So he is doing absolutely fine. 5? Crazy. Big raid coming through from Isomato, though. This is exactly what he needs. The spearmen go after the fortresses, and there's nothing that Pegasus can really do. He can drop his, what is this called, Arcadian Meadow, but the chariots can sit here and damage these guys. This god power is so clunky. How it works is within the circle, within the Gaia Lush, for some reason, units can't attack, but anything from the outside can attack anything inside. So this fortress now doesn't attack anything either. I don't know. It's something. We'll see how Pegasus can micro around it. I mean, he's in a losing position here. He's got way less units. His units are also countered pretty heavily by the units on the other side. There's hardly any Toxotes. The spearmen are going to absolutely rinse the Hippias, but he's going for it anyway. I mean, I'm not the best. I'm not the best judge of fights sometimes, but that one was a hard loss for Pegasus, unfortunately for him. Is going to get more of his archers out, which is what he wants with his special tech. Archers are going to be good against everything here. Peltas to take out the chariot archers, and the Toxotes to take out everything else. Meadow is an offensive god power, prove me wrong. I can see that. I can see that. I mean, you can use it on enemy fortresses, like, and attack everything else. You can, yeah, use it when you're raiding somewhere. Yeah, I think there's definitely choices. We need to see some clips. If anyone's got a good clip of a Demeter player using it, then let me know, because I would like to see that one. Silent Ninja, happy Moose Monday to you as well. It is a good day. It is a good day. Well, it's been a long day for me. I've had 29 CVs, or resumes, I guess you would say, if you're not from the UK, of people to go through at work. So that was an interesting day. I've never read so many CVs, resumes in my life. So I'm a little bit knackered. But Icarus coming in again. This is the counter. The Migdal Stronghold. The issue is does the Migdal Stronghold need ballistics? He does have ballistics. The old Migdal Stronghold. But still, it needs to be like right on it. Like if I was to move him across, it needs to just be here. I'm not a hiring manager, no. I'm just the lead engineer. So it's up to me. It's something I've never done before, so it's interesting. Look at the amount of favor that Pegasus has. Look at it. Because he went pan, and he didn't feel like building the Lycons. I assume he didn't build any Lycons. Where is it? This one. Yeah, because he went pan and didn't build any Lycons and went Hestia, it means that he's had no decent myth unit to build. So he has 154 favor. Every time I think this is a Pegasus, just spotting some food, spotting some whatever. This guy in the hands of top players is ridiculous. It's a shame the Mister's not playing the tournament, because this is the kind of unit that he's just disgusting with. I remember when the Chongqi, which is that flying tiger from the Chinese, was first out. He was just absolutely disgusting with it, like beating up Frey players. It was awful. Uros, boss man Uros. Wiggler Monday. We can have a... Maybe that should be the next title. We'll have a Wiggler Monday. And there is... Okay, so there is a Thoth coming through from Isomato. Kind of stabilized both sides. Isomato got that pretty big raid off on the top, at least forcing something. We've got a third town center, sorry, from Pegasus. Did he get the upgrade? No, he didn't get this upgrade. He could have got a couple of Lycons for free. but didn't fancy spending the favor on the upgrade. Does this mean that he's saving the favor for something specific? Maybe he's going for all the sirens in the world from Persephone. Is going to be a meteor in the main base, which is why Pegasus is not going the Mythic Age in this town center. Does it hit the communal hearth, or is this guy immune? Looks like it's dodging it anyway. An absolute amazing dodge from the communal hearth. And the Phoenix is going to come and try and do an Icarus at 4.5 speed. He will get there eventually. And there is no fortress, but there are some houses being rebuilt. This is going to be pretty big. Isomardix hit a pretty big timing here, where Pegasus just wanted to get up to the next age. And oh, when he can get over here and do his damage, he is brutal. It just takes him about a working week to get over here. But when he is here, look at him go. And they are all going to be taken out. No Icarus to be found. Isomarto finally has his own version in the Mythic Age. Some would say that's where Icarus should be. Big harpy abuse. That is the other option. Is harpies could come through and drop the elephants in that pond. And that is what we want to see. How much do they cost? 20 favor. He can get loads of them. The thing is that, I mean, you don't want loads of them. You probably want at max 2. I can't imagine ever being able to micro more than 2. Isomarto, I mean, he is hitting Pegasus pretty hard. Coming back right here. The Phoenix has got a little bit distracted, though. I think it's because he killed all the villagers. This has been a back and forth game. I thought Pegasus had this about 5 minutes ago. But after it stabilized, Isomarto, he's got his Thoth in. And that means he can just print chariot archers as quickly as he wants. And it is just going to be the big war elephant. That word. Look at him. Look at him go. They don't have full HP. You can see that the war elephant only has 297. Does he get cavalry upgrades? That's what I want to know. No, he doesn't, because that's medium prodromus. Okay. What about the camels? They don't get medium upgrades. That's interesting. Okay. Now, this is going to be brutal. 13.2k military. Now, it isn't exactly that, because it's doing it as if they are full price, right? Yeah, it's as if they're full price, and they're like, I don't know, they take 33% of the health off. They're like 66% of a regular unit. But I feel that is enough when you get 2.8 military value worth. Icarus, he doesn't even come back as this. There's also heroes come back. That's wild. No Phoenix went down, so no Phoenix has been grabbed. There's another Hammer Triad. I'm sure you want this guy around second time. Catapults will go down so quick. And Pegasus, because of how this god power works, this town center isn't rebuildable, but the other two are. So he can come back. He can also grab this one in the middle. It's like a Ragnarok, but you don't lose all your villagers. So your villagers can just come build this town center. And he's going to be in a commanding position. What can Isomarto really do about this? There's also so many Peltas managed to come back. I guess you kind of want more of your own units. So if you just lost loads of your own units, you're kind of happy because you get all the upgrades for them, whereas you don't have any upgrades for enemy chariot archers. No, but you do. You do get fated arrows. That's nice. You get the old Hestia attack for your chariot archers. Unless it's a Greek mirror. Yes, funny liquid. Unless it's a Greek mirror, then you're absolutely laughing. And I think Pegasus did just hit the button and win the game. I'm pretty sure. Nice. In a Norse main here. Coming down here, chopping some wooden walls to deal with this gold mine. That is only 2,000 gone from it. Isomarto will be loving that one. There's still 66 seconds until Pegasus can rebuild his top settlement. And what can Isomarto really do here? I mean, he lost the fight pretty hard, and there's so many units still left. Like, what have we got? All these black units. What have we got? So many of them. kind of scary looking. You can't build your own town center. So if this was built on, which it was, then it comes up with these ghosties, and you can't build on it. Whereas this one wasn't built, so you can rebuild it. It was just an empty settlement. So what you can do is just, if you had this, you can just delete that. You can delete that, use it on your back town center, and then just rebuild the town centers again. It was a kind of a bit of an oversight from the developers. And now I don't think it matters what Pegasus does now. I think he's in the driver's seat, getting all his units. Well, it kind of does matter. I mean, he's obviously getting rid of the gold from Isomato. Isomato does have access to a couple of gold mines up here. Would be a nice idea to bring over the Hippias to stop that from happening. But I mean, that one's got 3 gold left in it, and this one's not defended in any way. And we got to see the button, and we'll do another check-in with with Pegasus in maybe a couple of weeks' time. See what he's cooking up.